Hello everyone, Android user here today, bringing you part 2 of the MX player. I originally made a video before, but because YouTube is so strict with their video policies, and even though I was just trying to demo the UI of the application, it didn't accept my video as a legitimate YouTube video. Therefore, my only way to get around this and still be able to show you the great functions of this application is by using my own video. Before I talked about selecting videos and the settings, right now I'm going to go into the UI and how the gestures work when you're watching the video itself. This is one of my older videos, my first video actually, and I'm going to use this to show you the different settings of the player. So first thing, we have the standard buttons such as pause, play, and going back and forward. Now the first one I'm going to talk about is the unlock screen key, where when you press it, the screen becomes locked and you can unlock it by pressing that. And the next thing we have is the different ratios of the video itself. First we have 100%, which in this case it actually zooms in because the video is in 720p, the video that I chose. We have fit to screen, which fits the video to the screen based on the vertical height. We have stretch, which stretches the video so that it will fit onto all four sides of the screen. And lastly, we have crop. Now all of these are actually very useful because depending on what you're watching, not everything is in HD or is in the HD ratio that this phone is in, or all the phones nowadays are in. Therefore, it is important that it has the functionality of being able to have all these different kinds of screen ratios. The next thing I'm going to show is the zooming in and zooming out. So I noticed that the mobile play actually doesn't have this, and this is when you can actually zoom in or out of the video easily, which is quite useful. Or if you don't trust the settings that they have, you can just use the zoom function to resize the screen to whatever you want. The next thing I'm going to talk about are the gestures. They are a bit tweakable in the settings, but in general they're pretty easy to understand. First one we have is fast forwarding, and we also have going back. So I would go back by doing this, and I would fast forward by doing this, and it's very responsive and fast. Next thing we have is the brightness and the volume. This is the brightness on the left side, and it is also very responsive, very quick. And this is the volume on the right side. The thing about the volume is that it actually has two levels. The first level is the blue level, and if it is possible for your speakers, it can actually go up to 30. But currently it's actually really loud already, as you can hear there. So that is some of the gestures. Next we have the menu button and some of the settings that it has. We have the play settings, which toggles the shuffle or looping. We have the display settings, screen rotation, the aspect ratio, and other settings of the display, which we discussed earlier in the video before. Subtitles, I will get to that later. We have tools, which are the properties and settings. You can also find that in the root screen. The last thing we have is help and quit. The quit function is actually very useful because it terminates the application, so it won't be running in the background. A lot of applications nowadays have the problem of the application still running even though you have exited the app. So having this quit function is actually very beneficial to me especially with a phone that has such little RAM and processing power. The last thing I want to talk about the MX Player is its ability to soft sub. Even though I actually can't show you the exact video itself due to copyright issues, I still have the subtitles. Normally, subtitles are either encoded into the video file itself. A lot of MKV files have subtitles encoded into it, and this is able to read those subs. But soft subs are also able to be shown with this player. Soft subs is using a separate text subfolder which contains a lot of all the subtitles and the corresponding times, and you can apply that onto your video. By default, if the title of the subs is the same as the title of the video, the MX Player will automatically load those subtitles. Because I cannot use the video which I have that uses soft subs, I'm just going to load the subtitle file onto this video since I have my own copyright of this video. And what it does is it scans for subs, and you can scan it while the video is still there. This is the SSA file, the subtitle file, right here, and you can just load it and it will automatically have the subs. They will be appearing on the bottom of the video, right there. I really wish that I can demo the complete video, but because YouTube just wouldn't let me use any kind of video that isn't mine, so this is the only way I can show soft subs. So right now it's just loading the video. As you can see, it is still running, and you can also change the font or the whatever you want, italics. You can change the size of the writing and the subtitles with this application. So I hope I have given you some insight onto why I think the MX Player is the best player in the market right now. And that is pretty much the gist of the UI when you're watching the video. I hope I have given you some insight into this application. Please rate, comment, and subscribe my channel. Thumbs up my video if you think I've helped you into making a decision of buying the MX Player. I'm currently using MX Player Lite, and I don't even need to use the Pro one because it has done everything that I needed it to do. So I think this is it is just a great player. This is Android User. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.